You know, when I was doing my sales, then as I said that I started working with the DSA, not knowing that what is a DSA, what is the stigma with the DSA, and luckily I joined this very beautiful organization, which though it had a name of a DSA, but it functioned very well. And as we were, so we used to sell these some financial products and all of that. And then once when I was pitching, meeting clients, talking about the product, it's called pitching. As I'm pitching, meeting clients, and I done some deal also that day. Then I met one client, and he told me that whatever product we are selling, would it be possible that we also make a website for him? So the product we were selling was similar to having your own website, but it wasn't a website. It was something else. It was a different portal, but not the same website. What you would have as your website. So I said, sir, that's not possible. We're not making any websites here. For that, you will have to find someone and get the work done. I said we are just doing is this very simple portal, and that's it. So he at that point said that he's willing to take the biggest most product that we were selling, just in case if someone can get a website made for him. So I said, so we are not making the website, so it's pointless, you wanting to buy some more expensive financial product just to get some, website or some such thing, or some online product. And that was more or less about it. And, and then no sale happened because he wanted something else and we were selling something else. After that, when I was talking to someone, somebody from the, you know in the DSA where I was working, he mentioned that there was a client who was asking for a website. I said, where was it? And then he said the location to me. I said, yes, I also met this client. I said he was looking for a website, and I said, we don't make websites, so you just have to say that and then walk away. And then the third person joined us and he said, maybe I can convince the client that instead he should just be on the portal. Ye wo. We said if you can convince and, get him the product, why not? But we said he was looking for a website. So me and the other person who were talking, we agreed on that. And then this third person said he will try to make him agree on the product that we were instead selling. To each his own. If you feel you can talk and convince, why not? After this, maybe some 2 3 months passed, and one of my bosses, he called me to the cabin and he said, your name has come in mis-selling. I said, mis-selling? I said, I've not mis-sold anything to anybody. He said, one client has taken your name and he said, you have gone and met him and he's been mis-sold a website. I said, mis-sold a website, you know. And then he showed me the address and gave the details of the client. I said, I remember this client, so this was after 2 3 months. And in a day, we are meeting more than 30 40 clients, customers, So I did not have that quicker recall, but then I did because when my boss started to share some details, I immediately, caught it. I said, I remember this client. I said he wanted a website, and I told him we don't do the website and we do the portal and some other portal that we were doing where he can join in if he wanted. So my boss said, yeah, but someone from our, that organization from the team went and sold, missold, saying that, okay, this is a website and, sold him the product for some 10,000 rupees or something. And I said, who did it? And he said, the client said that he insisted that they will make it a website, later they will convert it, some shit like that. And I said, so my boss said that action has been taken on the person who missold, and the client has also taken your name and person and name of one other person who went and met and then told him that, you know, uh, and had also gone and spoken about the product. And then I remembered my conversation. I said we did go and meet the client, and then he said he wanted a website, and we said we're not selling the website. So maybe he should look for he should find someone who can make a website. And I said that is exactly the conversation this other person had, and he also walked away. I said neither of us sold anything to him. I said then maybe the third person who went thinking he will convince then missold, and then action was being taken on him. So my boss said, yeah, but the customer is saying these two people also came and met me, and then I said, but is he saying that we told him to buy it, or we tried to missell? He said he's not saying any such thing. He's just given the name that these two other people had also come to meet him. I said then it's not misselling. So my boss said they're telling me to tell you to go. I said, I'll go if you want me to go. Go as in, be sacked and terminated. And I said, I'll go if you want me to go. I said, but I have not missold anything. I just went and met this person. He wanted a certain product. We don't sell it. I say that and I walk away. I said, even if he's quoting my name 10 places, how does it matter? So then my boss just smiled and he said, ठीक है, मैं बात करता हूँ, And I think he was just trying to scare me or something. But then they took the action on the person who missold, and I really wanted that man to be beaten up. You can't go missell to anybody like this, and it takes a lot of courage and learning to stop yourself from giving into nonsense like this. So anyhow, now I will come to some experiences in certain organizations. It's very easy to sell, it's very easy to missell, and a lot of organizations don't realize when you keep putting unnecessary pressure or giving huge targets and don't train people how to sell, or how to take it easy, go slow, or some such thing, they will pretty much every other person will start misselling. I had this I knew of this person. She was working in HSBC bank, and one day she just called me and she said, can you give me this and this document and this and this document? I want to open your account for this segment in HSBC. I said, I don't need an account. I don't need to open an account. I said, I have enough one or two accounts and I'm good with it. She said, no, I have a target and they are saying that open all the premium segment accounts. And she said, this is just a fake account. Nothing will happen. And she said she said everybody is selling fake accounts or opening fake accounts like this. So she said, but we have to show numbers, so I'll just open it, and it will get counted as a fake account or a dead account and nothing will happen. I said, what is the point of opening fake accounts and then labeling them as dead accounts and nothing is happening? And I said, why would they even, I said, why are they not taking any action, closing the vertical or sacking some people? If all their accounts are coming out as dead accounts. She said, no, they are telling that the clients are going to take time to activate the account, and they are just leaving it like that. They're just opening and keeping the accounts. I felt it was such a bad activity that they were doing, and she said, everybody in the team is opening fake accounts. One, I did not belong to that premium segment where she should be opening my account. I told her this very clearly that, I don't belong to that premium segment. For that premiumness and that account and all of those benefits, you should be going to, doing some real work and finding some genuine clients. She said, no, we have, everybody's opening fake accounts of their colleagues, friends, and then they are all dead accounts. And, let's say, at so you develop a certain maturity much later or a judgment, and I thought at that time I'm just helping her, and I gave her the whatever document she needed, and she opened some fake account for me, and it's a dead account and all of that. And she said the whole team is doing this, and every month we are opening dead accounts and we are leaving it. Look at the nonsense. And HSBC bank, nobody's taking any action, nobody is awake. to check what nonsense is happening. Nobody's closing down the vertical. Nobody's saying stop this nonsense right now. If these are all dead and fake accounts, nobody's going back and checking whose account they have opened. Who are these people? If there's somebody would have come and met me, they would know I don't belong to any such great premium category or segment. And these are all friends and acquaintances they're opening accounts of, which is so wrong. And it is such an injustice to the bank that they're doing. But this is how the foolhardiness is. And anyhow, so she opened the account and it's a dead account and all long gone back closed something. Imagine running so many people and doing nonsense. This is just one. Now I'll tell you the other experience. Once I was talking to someone in ICICI Bank, and we were generally having a talk, and this one colleague of mine says, "You have no idea how bad the sales pressure is in Barclays Bank." And I said, "What is the sales pressure?" And see, I came from DSA. Believe me, we are earning or taking home of what we sell. And there was pressure, but it never got too bad. We still enjoyed our work, what we were doing. And I'm amazed the nonsense that is happening in big organization, highly paying organizations, and what nonsense they are doing. So this colleague is telling me about Barclays Bank, and he says, "You have no idea how much pressure they have in Barclays Bank." He said, the boss will just call for a meeting, ask the numbers. If you've not done the numbers, they'll tell you put the resignation right now. I said, "Just like that?" He said, "Just like that." you know he said, "They don't care." He said, "But they will give you the most premium package, so you can maybe take some 10-20 lakh package, and then they want you to go sell, and if you are not able to sell, next day you resign." And I was like, this is cruel. I said, you have to give time to people to, deliver numbers, get on to, selling and all of that. He said it's very, very brutal. So this is the other, that when one, people have no ability to sell, so they're opening fake accounts. Second, you give such a huge target and you sack on the spot. What is this nonsense? Nobody does this kind of sales work. People who do sales, one should ideally stay in the job for a long time, and there shouldn't be so many jobs that you can jump, and nobody should be extracting a certain huge target from you. Anyhow, so this was the second, Barclays. And then I will tell you the third. I'm working with ICICI Bank, and I've just joined the bank, and for selling the product, we wanted a client to be holding a certain account. And if he did not have that account, we technically should not have sold it to that account, to that client. And I was like, okay, let it go, or we can take a certain approval or make it work around. And now my new boss in the domestic banking, he comes up to me and says, after a lot of mails that got exchanged, where we're talking about, where we're talking about, getting an approval, and if some other account is okay, if we link that to the investment or something. And they were very particular that they wanted only one particular account, and if the client did not have that account, we cannot sell it to him. So even after asking for approvals, we were not getting any approval. And then my boss comes up to me and says, "Sell it." He said, "Give it, say that this is the account." He said, whenever the investment will come up for maturity or redemption or some such thing, we will say, "Oh, we made a mistake," or he said, then they will figure something out. I said it is wrong. He said no. He said they will figure something out. It's not like they'll keep the client's money. They'll give it. They will make some. That time they will work around some approvals and do it. I said okay, and I sold. Leadership should not have such a weak fabric. It should have the spine to say no. It should tell we can only do so much or we've done only so much. And it should not lead to a termination or losing a job or, eternally being labeled as a non performer or some such thing. And I've seen that people who missell are the ones who have actually not done much work in their life, not done much sales. The same boss. The other time, I did again, I did picked up some business. And then, the way it happened was you go and announce it to the team that, this much business has happened, something like that. And then he asked me, is there more coming? I said, there is more coming. I said, but the client has not yet said yes, but there is more coming. I said, so unless he says yes, I cannot say as a confirmation that this is definitely coming. I said, but it looks like it will come through. He said, then I will tell it to my boss that this is coming through. I said, no, no, no. I said, please don't say this. Don't make any announcement about it because it is still in talks and client may very well not take it. ही सेड नहीं नहीं मैं बोल देता हूँ कि इतना तो आ ही जाएगा और मैंने कहा नो नो बॉस प्लीज डोंट मेक दिस कमिटमेंट बिकॉज टुमारो इट डजंट कम and then you will have a no face to show that I have already said that this business will come. And then he just walked away quietly, and after maybe day or two I was able to pick up this business, additional business which was supposed to come. And I called up my boss and I told him, "Ha, to boss, this much business has got picked up, or this much business has happened, whatever is that language." And he says, "Ha ha, I had already told the boss कि वो भी हो गया है." I said, "Why did you confirm? I told you it was not confirmed." I said, "The client could have said no." कहता no no I had already confirmed. I had said already it is done. He can't handle pressure. He's also mis-selling. And this is all because they think just by jumping jobs, they will get another job. That I can shit on the certain job profile, do some mis-selling or something, and I will be able to quit and find a new job for myself, which will be highly paying. I don't like to give names. He also missold me my rating. He told me, you are unrated for the year. And he gave me the bottommost 4 rating.